Hi, welcome to Laura's Life. I'm Laura. Today I want to discuss a couple of distressing things about my job, and that's the dangerous aspects of driving. We had an incident last week where a driver, not one of JB Hunt drivers, but another driver, was killed doing what I do. And it wasn't his fault at all. He was working on his trailer, and the trailer in the dock next to him, a pack fell right on him, and he didn't come back from that. These are huge panes in packs of glass, and they're extremely heavy, huge, and there's just no coming back from that. And also, even if you don't do glass, you need to realize that truck driving is was when I looked it up a few years ago, number 8 on the top 10 most deadly jobs. So if you're not safety minded, tend to find yourselves in weird situations where you get hurt. I'm not blaming you for any of that, but I'm just saying, if you're one of those that things just tend to happen to all the time, this may not be a good job for you. So think about that. Also, I want to talk about animals in the roadway. As long as we're talking about death, there's going to be times when you're going to hit an animal, and I feel horrible. And I see them along the road all the time, deer. I even saw a bear cub once. I was just totally horrified. But that's the kind of stuff you're gonna see. Dogs, raccoons, skunks, cats, squirrels, deer, elk. And the day's going to come when you can't avoid one. I do all I can do, but do not get off of the road, especially at speed. You slow down when you see them. If you see them, the reason probably those deer are on the road is because the driver didn't see them, and they do tend to just dash out in front of you, like they're committing suicide. It's horrible. I haven't hit a whole lot of animals. I'm probably just cursing myself now, because now I'll probably go hit an animal. But I do have birds fly into me. Just today, I had a robin commit suicide on my windshield. And like 3 weeks ago, I had a sparrow in my grill, and I'm just heartbroken when I see that. I love animals, and any time I see an animal hurt or dead, it just kills me. But I have hit a deer once, and that was several years ago. There was like 7 or 8 deer in the median, and I saw them, they didn't see me, and I slowed down, but that didn't keep them from dashing out in front of me, and I clipped the last one in the herd, and he got up and ran away. But they probably don't survive after you hit them. Even though they get up and run away, they probably have broken bones or internal bleeding that's going to lead to their death. And of course, I had to explain the huge dent in my truck. So the companies take that in stride, but you anytime you're damaging their equipment, they're not going to be happy about it. One other subject that I'm going to broach here, as long as we're all down in the dumps, is relationships on the road. If you have a good, solid relationship, and one of you or both of you go on the road, and you're away for 3 weeks at a time or whatever, you may weather 1 year, maybe even 2 years. But if that relationship survives, it will not be as strong as it was. I'm not in a serious relationship right now. I was till a few months ago. I'm driving, he wasn't, and he found other things to do, I guess. Didn't want to go any further with that. I'm still heartbroken. I don't know what to say about it, except that if you're gone all the time, what kind of relationship is that? I was hoping to get off the road, but I guess I didn't get off soon enough. Yeah. So if you're single, you don't have a significant other, don't even worry about it. I mean, I meet lots of people. I have lots of acquaintances that I see now and then, and some that I text with weekly or maybe even daily. But these are not solid relationships that are gonna stand the test of time. So I think the fastest way to kill a relationship is to go on the road. Because, and really, if you can weather a year, so if you're starting out, say as a woman, you're married, your kids are older now, they're taking care of themselves, don't need you every day. Yeah, go ahead. You are gonna need to be home though, and make those significant efforts to be there for birthdays and anniversaries and things like that. You're not going to be in good with dispatch and supervisors when you do that, because you're asking for time off all the time. They don't like it. But if the job that you're doing is just to get your mileage in so you can get a better job down the road, do what you have to do to get in there and get that local job where you can be home every day. Because relationships will not work on the road. They just don't. And if you have one and you're on the road and it's working for you, then you are the exception. And I'm so happy for you. I really am. So that's what I gotta say about relationships and truck driving. That is one thing that does not mix, unfortunately. So I'm happy being on my own. I would love to have a partner. I think that would be awesome. But I am also happy to be on my own. I'm good. I have my kids keeping me sane. So you need to keep yourself grounded. You need those people that you're going to go home and see. Maybe if it's your mom and dad or brothers and sisters or your kids. Those are your relationships, your lasting relationships that are going to keep you grounded. You need those. So don't give those up. Make time for them when you're on the road. Ask for those birthdays and anniversaries, and you'll get some of them, and some of them you won't. You're gonna miss a lot of stuff. But make those ones that you do get to very memorable, and tell them you love them. All right, that's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for listening, and I'll be posting more videos. If you got questions for me, put them in the comments, and I will answer them when I get them in future videos. And hang in there. It's a great job. Every job has its downfalls, and I just shared a few with you about trucking. So let's keep it real. Thanks for listening.